Okay, the elements of monitoring are underway while the people of the state maintain presence all around me, including the state that is stalking an aircraft all above my apartment and around, and my television, my voice, everything that I'm doing in here is how they're monitoring. All elements are present, in addition to what is the maintenance of noise in and outside, and excuse me, around my apartment, which is amplified. So you're looking at ongoing documentation of what is terrorism via directed light. This is what the people of the state and the state engage in while they're crossing path all around you, and engineered light is moving all across surfaces. This is that terrorism inside of your private space, which is an entirely demonic occurrence. It's absolutely impossible. Light and the light source is outside of the living room window. It's currently 8:15 a.m. This is inside of my bedroom, where this is the window where the sun is setting, and you see the entity AIM engineered light all across in amber color engineered light, documenting just like I showed yesterday evening after 6 p.m. And this is 8 o'clock in the morning, where the sun would never be present this early. This has nothing to do with sunlight, but I showed you the light source that's outside of the living room window right now. And let me just go ahead and connect that documentation together so you can see it in one. This is also on the wall. So I just want to see real-time change. I put my hand up in the air. That's my that's light activity through what are closed blinds. And the so-called sun is outside of that window. That's demonic. And that's how you know that those are demons that surround me. Demons June Kim of 1806, number 5. Underneath me, the demons that are 1806, number 4. That is Misael and his mother, Julia Lopez. They're group stalkers. All right. And they're demons that are maintaining real-time knowledge of every move I make, everywhere that I'm going. That's why you have what is engineer light right above my head, engaged in real-time movement. OK, just like you saw yesterday, as you saw what was supposedly the sunlight. This is the sunrise. That's the sunset. As you saw the sunset. And then I walked out here and you just see an engineer light on the wall and on the living room where the sunset is out that window. This is the same thing. This is the light on the ceiling. It has nothing to do with the sun. So breaking down and showing what is an illusion in the environment, the sun and sunlight, it's neither. It's not the natural environment. That's not possibly the sun. That's not the sun. It's the light source. And you're looking at what is engineered light, and all the entity is doing is maintaining engineered light all around you, including while demons are crossing path, which is the act of group stalking. Group stalking is being documented inside of the private space, while engineered light is being cycled inside of my apartment, which is capturing the sex offense. It's capturing corporate invasion of privacy by an entity. It's capturing what is terrorism via directed light by an entity engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring. It is also the ongoing evidence of what is federal stalking on the internet via communication devices in violation of Title 18, 22618, subsections 1 and 2. Again, I just want you to take a look at the people of the state who are going to federal prison. As you see this directed light, this is the federal prosecution of the people of the state. They're all going to federal prison. This is 24-hour surveillance, 24-hour federal stalking, speaking to criminal presence in the path and concert and on behalf of a government that is engaging in what is group stalking and monitoring, keeping what is a sunrise and a sunset through the windows of my apartment at 1806 North Alvarado Street. And I'm not laughing. I'm such a direct body of evidence prosecuting them. And so the entity is maintaining the environment while I remain inside of my apartment and remain on the property. This is what the entity is doing while the sun is rising at the at the Ontario Museum of History and Arts at 225 South Euclid Avenue, which is the evidence that I provided for you today. You can look at that sunrise directly above my head at that venue as I get on route, and then documenting what is at 744, just so you could see the light source hovering over me while I'm on public transportation. That is in motion, as opposed to remaining stationary in one apartment all day. The light source is not going to be rising over any sunrise in LA. In alignment to the apartment that I'm inside of, it is on the passenger side, hovering through the windows of Omnitrans, a third-party group stalker who's going to be prosecuted, whose pockets are going to be drained, engaging in what is civil and criminal prosecution in federal court is what that's going to be, while they're engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring and federal stalking in violation of Title 18. And this is why you had the entity touching my body with engineered light, which is what this is, while I'm on the bus, while demons are getting on and off. Those are the elements, okay? That's the same pattern of conduct, and they're engaging in what is the maintenance of presence in the path and traffic where they live while I'm on that bus, and the elements of monitoring are being maintained around me. As I am on Route 83 going north on Euclid Avenue at 7:44 in the morning, and I get off at a destination, that light source remains stationary at that destination. I provided another video on the same bus route going in the same direction at the same time. And you see, when I don't get off at a destination, that light source remains in alignment to me on that bus, as opposed to maintaining any sort of universal presence on that, appearing as though it is in a position to where it's not remaining in perfect alignment with you, because the two are not happening at the same time. It's in motion through the window of the bus continues off, and it remains in alignment with me. And I showed you those two videos so you could see that. And it's the same time, it's the same bus route. It is Upland, California, which is in no way in alignment with the hillside in Los Angeles, going to appear inside of my apartment. Never is this any sunlight that's going to be the product of that. Neither is this. This is documentation of what is terrorism. And it is documenting the people of the state who are going to federal prison while you see that evidence. So I just want you to make a direct correlation, because this is why they're going to federal prison. This is terrorism by the people who are engaged in federal stalking. The only names that have changed, which is Kyle Kress, Thanusia, and Luke Powell of 1816 North Alvarado Street, apartment number 5. But this is fine because Marianne Hall is going to federal prison too. She moved off the premises. She remains part of the entity, engaged in criminal stalking and federal stalking for a prolonged period, living at the crime scene. All right, so that's the only name you'll see with regard to that list that's on there, Marianne Hall, but Kyle Kress and Thanusia are not listed on there because you have third-party group stalkers that moved out, and then new ones that moved in, engaging in that system. This is the mark of what is the prima facie case of federal group stalking and monitoring. Appearing through what are closed blinds, light sources outside of the living room window. This is light activity as I just move my hand around. The demons that are LAPD are pacing all around above me and all around me, monitoring in the airspace. The demons that are the people of the state are maintaining physical presence all around, okay? This is P.O.C. and it's currently 8:21 a.m.